What's going on, guys? So in today's video I'm going to show you guys me swapping out my CMC, and I will also be installing the stainless steel hardline for the clutch from the CMC to the slave unit, the slave cylinder. And just going to go on and show you guys this. It's not going to be really like a install guide, but I'm just going to kind of quickly go over it as I install them and switch them all out. Excuse the wiring down here. But basically, if you come in under the dash, you're gonna remove the master from the inside. So this is it right here. There's gonna be this bolt and then one on the other side. You're gonna remove this pin and then this little bolt in there, and then pull it through from the engine bay. So here's everything that came out. Two 12mm nuts, cotter pin, and this pin. And that's what it looks like. So now I'm just gonna go into the engine bay and pull it. So this is gonna be interesting because I'm gonna keep everything in here and then try and go through there and pull everything through. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty interesting. Initially I was trying to shove my hand under here and getting it out, or try and go through there and fish it out, but I'm going to remove this bracket for the starter wire right here and try and basically move all this wiring away from the strut mount tower and try and fish it through here. Okay guys, a little bit of an update here. I went and removed this bracket from right here. It's just 110mm. I removed my conversion harness. I also removed the ECU because you can cut these lines, but I want to see if I can get this all out without cutting anything in case something goes wrong, or if I need to change it, and just to have a spare basically. I took the bracket off of the frame, and I also remove the bolts off of the slave here. So basically it's all ready to come out. I'm gonna see if I can basically wiggle it out without having to cut the wires or anything, or the hose. Alright, so a little update. I removed the brake master cylinder reservoir bottle. I left this bracket, and now I'm basically just shimmying this up out of here. I know these lines are all bent up now, but yeah, basically most of it's out now. It's just gonna be wiggling and bypassing other lines and wiring. So I'll do that and then I'll show you guys that. But basically unbolted, left this with the CMC, so I just unbolted this 10mm, and now I'm just literally just wiggling it out. And 17 wrench, because this is a swivel, so just hold that in place, take them off. So now we have slave off and CMC off. I am going to measure from here to the back of the nut. I mean, I don't really have to because I'm going to adjust the pedal anyways, so I can really just put it wherever I want, but for, I guess, a general idea, I just measure here to here, swap it over, and then put it in the car, but I will be adjusting the clutch pedal anyway, so I don't really need to do that. But now I'm going to take the rod out of this CMC and put it into the EM1 style CMC. So shout out to my boys at Parts Plug. Get all my parts from them. Here's the address. Go check them out. Real good guys over there. So this is what I got. Clutch master cylinder. I guess the part number is one of these numbers. But either way, you can call them, email them. They'll get back to you quickly and sort you out with the right parts. Always order all my parts from them. Never got me a wrong part ever. Good pricing. Very fast. I think this took 2 hours to get, so like if you're in a crunch, these are the guys to get it from. So this is it. 96 to 2000 Civic SI 1.6 liter clutch master. And I already took off the whatever you want to call them, don't know the name, but I took this off already with the jam nut. You won't be using it, so that's scrap. Well, not scrap, but you're not going to be using it. And you're going to basically swap this rod into here instead of this one. So I'll show you guys that. So this is the EM1. There's this snap ring. I'm just gonna take it out. Just like that. So I will be reusing, I don't know what you call this spring washer and this clip. I will not be reusing this. So I'm just gonna put this over here. I'm gonna keep these together so I know that this will go with that. And I'm gonna do the same thing with my 8th gen SI one. Take my snap ring pliers, kind of move the rod out of the way. You can get it out. There we go. I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen, but this one stayed inside. So when I pull them out, this one shot out and this one stayed in. Not sure why. Maybe because there's fluid in this one still, but there's not really that much fluid in there, so I'm not sure why I did that. Maybe there's just different designs, obviously, which is why everyone's swapping them. But whatever, moving forward. Okay, so I guess I am gonna have to take this off, because to get this off, I'm gonna have to pull it up to the top of here. So I'm just gonna remove this. This is a 12 mil. Shouldn't be very tight. So if you're holding like this, so I'm just gonna spin this off now. Take these off. I'm gonna keep that with the HN stuff. Keep that with the HN stuff. So now, I know this is the HN one. I'm just gonna mark this, and just so I know what's the HN stuff. So HN, 8th gen, 8th gen. Just in case if something happens and I end up mixing them up. But I want to just do a quick side-by-side comparison. EM1, 8th gen, different lengths. Along with EM1, 8th gen, also different lengths. So I'm going to put a little bit of grease on here and then install it into the EM1 style one. Okay, so I'm gonna grease up the back of this, no diddy. So a little bit of grease on there. And then that's gonna go in like that. Then this has the raised side. The raised side go on like this and drop in. Then there's a little groove in there. I don't know if you can see it. That's where the C-clip will sit. So I just drop the C-clip on like that. Close it. I'll push the back side in first. Make sure it's in the groove. Like that. Spins. Pushes in. Doesn't pop out. Just double checking that it's in the groove. And then we'll take our nut. Put it on. And take this. Put it on. Just gonna keep this loose. I'm gonna tighten it up, and then yeah, that's basically that. Then this is ready for install inside the car. I'm gonna be switching to hard lines, so I just put a little bit more grease in there, just inside there. The EM1 style CMC does come with this dust boot cover, so I am just gonna put it on. I put grease on the inside here too, and I don't think you need it, but why not? Keep shit out of there. So just put this dust boot back on, jam nut back on, and this back on. Just figure out what the name of this is, but yeah, snug it up, nothing crazy. And then I didn't buy this kit, so this is a replacement EM1 style CMC from Parts Plug, and they sell them from Hybrid Racing sells them, and you can buy the entire kit. It comes with the CMC lines and the slave. I am doing this all myself, so I'm using M10 by 1.0, I believe, fittings with 3AN dash line all the way to the slave. So the rest of my parts just came in to finish this swap over. So we have the EM1 styled CMC with the HN rod and fork. We got 3AN braided stainless steel line with PTF insides. So the outside is stainless steel and the inside is PTFE. And we also got some fittings. These are 3AN to M10 by 1, I believe. Got 2 of them. And I have one 3AN 90-degree fitting from Evil Energy. Okay, so this is my DIY kit basically. So slave, EM1 style CMC with the HN rod and fork. Then we have stainless steel braided line with PTFE insert, or PTF on the inside and stainless steel on the outside. It is 3AN and it is 42 inches long off of Amazon. And then we have a 3AN 90-degree fitting from Evil Energy, and then 2 M10 by 1 to 3AN fittings, and one's just going to go on the slave, and one's going to go on the master, and then this will connect to the slave side, just because one is already a 90 and then one is straight, and this is going to go on the slave side just because if there's any leaks that occur, this is much easier to get to than if I were to put it on the master. So I'd rather just have just the one fitting and the hose that's already 90 degrees, so there's less likely of a leak because there's less parts on that side, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna put this together and show you basically what I mean. So none of this is tightened up, but just for better visual. So the slave will be on this side, the hose will run like this, obviously no kink in it, and then it'll run up probably around the transmission mount and then over here to where the master is. So that's it. I'm going to tighten this all up and then put it in the car. So I got everything installed. Probably can't see back there, but the cylinder's in there, the master cylinder, the hose coming right in here under the boost pipes, then to our slave right there with the 90 degree fitting. And then I came into the car and I connected it up by the pedal. I still have to adjust it, but most of the install's done. All I gotta do is just put some fluid back inside of here and basically test it out, and then just put the ECU back and all the wiring or whatever. But after that, I'm going to adjust the clutch pedal and then I'm gonna test it.